Hi everyone, Mary at Espresso Press Design. Thank you for joining me today, November 7th, 2024. Very happy to have you here. Today we're going to do the 150 plus pieces of ephemera, but I'm going to make it with scraps instead of 5 sheets because I don't want to take the time to cut 100 and glue 150 pieces in one video. I'll likely never get through it. So I'm just going to take it and do it with scraps and put everything in one video because it occurred to me that I got the idea after I did the ticket tag, and I had already done the luggage tag and the charm tag, and then I just thought, why stop there when I can use 5 sheets of paper from a 180 paper stack? But it doesn't make sense to direct you to 3 separate videos, or even more actually. So it would be better if it was just all in one video and all in one post. So originally I created the luggage tag, and then I created the charm tag, which is the tiny one, and then I created the ticket tag, and then I thought, why stop there? And I created 2 more tags to make a 5 tag set. And these are from my 180 stack papers, which are, I don't know, like a heavyweight copy paper, and they are abundant. And I came up with this for you. I will put it as a PDF in this post and video so that you can have this reference if you want to make them from a 12 by 12 or if you just want to make them from a scrap. So it has everything. Like the 3-inch tag, out of a 12 by 12 you'll get 4, out of a 12 by 3 you'll get 1, where you score, where you cut, and the finished size. And naturally I couldn't fit a 12-inch replica on here, but that's what it represents. So it's 3-inch, 2-inch, luggage, ticket, charm, and even the journal quote branding strip you can use. And it's, if you want to use the 12 by 12s and get 150 plus pieces, it's 5 sheets. And naturally they will be coordinating if it comes from the same paper pack. So I'm going to start with the 3-inch tag, and we're going to score that at 1 on the 12-inch side. We're going to score that at 1 and 6.5, and then it just gets folded like so and glued and corners punched, corners cut. The 2-inch tag is similar, and it's a 2-inch wide 2 by 12, and it gets scored at 1 and 6.5, and then folded and glued the same way, like so. And by the way, you can also make these for journal cards if you don't want to make them into a ticket shape, and you avoid the white back. You can use single-sided paper, which is often hard to use, and you can make whatever you want with it. Tags or cards or whatever. This one is the charms, and they are, and you will get 96. Okay, the 2-inch tag, you'll get 6. So let me do the luggage tag third. That would make more sense. The luggage tag, you will need an 8 by 12. And on the 8-inch side, you are going to score at 1 and 4.5. And out of this piece here, I will get, oh boy, I'm going to do that on the back too, because, I don't know, this paper loses, this paper seems to lose the score. So it's the same way. I'm just going to fold it like so. And then I'm going to cut that at 2-inch pieces. And I'll get 6 from a 12-inch sheet. So now the ticket tag. The ticket tag is a 4-inch piece. And on the 4-inch side, whatever you want on the front, put it on the right. We are going to score at 1/2 inch and 2 1/4. And 2 1/4. And from this, I will get, from a 12 by 12, I will get 36 ticket tags. From this, I will get 12. 2 1/4. Okay, I'm going to fold it the same way. And we have that. So the last one is the charm tag. And out of a 12 by 12, you will get 96. Out of a 6 by 6, you will get 12. So we're going to put it at the 3-inch. It's a 1 by 3-inch scrap. And we're going to score at 1/2 inch. Whoops, that veered off. 1/2 inch. And wait a minute, let me hold this. It's going off. 1/2 inch and 1 3/4 inches. 1/2 inch, 1 3/4. Oh, I'm flustered today. Now the dishwasher has something going on with it and began to, boy, is that cutting off. I knew that. I knew that. Let's hope it ends up covering that. Okay, it will. Thank goodness. that large guillotine I have, there's nothing to hold the paper in place. And as you're cutting, especially this lightweight type of paper, it shifts. So you have to keep your hand like this to hold the paper firmly in place as you're cut. Well, actually like this. And then when you cut, so it doesn't shift the paper, because there's no little guide like this to hold the paper. Makes no sense. Okay. So we're going to glue this, and I'm just going to use glue stick because this paper will do fine with glue stick. And for these ones, I just cut a simple tag corner. And did I say that again? This is take 2 of this video. But you don't have to make a tag with these. You can just make it a journal card if you use the right paper. But you have a pretty front and a pretty back. So you can, it's a good way to use your single-sided paper. I'll keep that there and just do all the gluing and then the cutting. This is the 2-inch tag. And I used a fancy corner on this one, which if you don't have it, don't worry about it. Just put a tag corner. Okay, so there's 1 and 2. This is luggage. And I'm going to get 6 out of this, just because this is the size I chose. But if you were just doing 1, you would want it to be actually that's not even right. You'd want it to be 2 by 12, right? Or no, 8 by 12. Yeah. 8 by 12 by 2. No. You would want it to be 8 by 2. So I have to change that. 8 by 2 equals 1. I have to change that PDF because I have 8 by 12. This is the only one that you're going to cut off from a 12 by 12 to get a different size than 12 by 12. And with your leftover 4-inch strip, you can do 12 more ticket tags. So you could do a set of luggage tags and ticket tags with one 12 by 12. But I have to change that because it's 2 by 8, not 12 by 8. It is 12 by 8. It's the initial cut. But if you just want 1, it's 2 by 8. Oh, did I say I hate math? And this is why. And that glued and like that dried in like 2 seconds. So I'm really flustered today, having another who knows how much repair. Let me tell you about the furnace. As you may have noticed, I've been having furnace issues. And I said it here first. They were going to say I need a new furnace, because that's what they always say. But in this particular case, they might actually be right. So rather than worry about it, we're just going to bite the bullet. And, okay, let's do the ticket tags. He came upstairs, he came up, he said, okay, it's going to cost this much. Okay, got it. Then he came up again. We found another problem. Double. Okay, got it. Then he came up again. We found another problem. And I'm putting a sticker on it. Whatever you do after I leave here is up to you, but it's leaking carbon monoxide and I am not allowed to turn it back on. Which, I don't know how much, if it's really leaking that much, I'd be dead. The cats would be dead. But that doesn't mean it's not an issue. So, they fixed, what happened was a valve broke in the sunroom, and then that caused a second valve to break here in the basement. So it couldn't regulate. It wasn't the thermostat, it was the valves. So it couldn't regulate, and that was why it was always like an oven down here. So the valves have been fixed. And the furnace is getting replaced on the 20th. $13,000, and it would have been even more if I wouldn't have bargained it down another 1,000, 1,500. So that's what I did, because I was like, we have a daughter in college right now. The last thing we need is another loan. But it is what it is. And I'm just trying to look on the bright side. That I'll have something I will not have to worry about. So this is the luggage tag, and I'm going to cut that in 2-inch increments. And first I'm going to cut it down to 6. And then last night, the dishwasher has been having some issues. But then they would come and go, so I wasn't that worried about it. Thought it was just a drain problem. And I'm straightening this edge a little bit. Thought it was just a drain problem. And then last night, my husband said, come out here. Do you smell like something is burning? And I said, yes. So it might be the pump. And the dishwasher is not that old. So it's like in my old dishwasher, had it for like, I don't know, 15, 16 years. Never called them. Maybe once. Same with the furnace. So I'm really, you know, supposedly this is a good brand. But I'm sure it's not like a German tank. Or made in Germany, for that matter. And it's just like cars. Planned obsolescence. That's what I fear. And then we went to buy a new mattress. And it was like, if you don't buy the protector from us, you will void the warranty. Oh, and then I have to tell you about Joann's. I ordered this online so I could get the online price. I was in the store. I couldn't find it. Okay, I'm on the ticket tags and I am cutting them at 1 inch. So I was in the store. I couldn't find it even though it said there were 3 available. So I said, well, can I just order this online and just wait here until it's processed and pick it up? And she said, sometimes they don't get processed for like 2 hours. So I came home, ordered it, picked it up the next day, and there was a clearance price on it. So I paid 50 cents more than ordering it online. 50 cents more ordering it online than if it had been in the store. And they would have just left it on the shelf. Why it wasn't on the shelf, I have no idea. So I'm going down here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I mean, it's like, does everything have to be a grift? I mean, I went to Joann's.com. I looked at all the papers because I plan on making some charm tags with it. Saw what kind I wanted. Said, oh, that price probably isn't available unless so I'm going to take advantage of the online price, which I never do because I hate ordering online except from Amazon, because I hate putting all my information out there. And then I ended up paying more. I mean, okay, it was only 50 cents. But, I don't know. I just felt cheated. I felt cheated when they should have, you know, said it was on clearance in the first place. And then I would have known why it wasn't even in the store, because they're kind of remodeling the store and everything is everywhere. Which they had a huge stack of single sheet 12 by 12s. I'm probably going to go in and take advantage of that at 50 cents a piece. And truthfully, I might have one. I think that's 8 by 8. But I don't have that many of those 6 by 6 or 8 by 8s. Okay, so I got 12 out of that too. Okay, let me just get this little white edge off here. And then we'll be ready to officially make our tags. Get the holes in them. I probably won't do the entire sets of 12 because you've already seen that. Okay, 3-inch tag, 2-inch tag, luggage tags, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 tickets, and 12 charms. So I hope this is making sense. And where are we? 27. Not terrible, I guess. And then the dogs. I've been meaning to tell you this. I have 2 rescue dogs, so to speak. And one was abused by their first owner. So I used my fancy corner for this, which is kind of like a scallop edge, just to have a little variety. And we can't figure out what they possibly did to her, although she's doing much better. But one day my husband, and I used the same corner for the luggage tag, the large corner. My husband did one of those, he had a bag of chips or snack, whatever, Fritos or something. And all he did was, you know, those chip bag clips. All he did was snap it shut. And she got up on the sofa, which is her place, the love seat, and she was shaking like a leaf. So someone told us that maybe she got beat with a leash. She's also terrified of the leash. She doesn't like the collar very well either, but I really don't have a problem anymore putting that on her. And she can get out of it pretty easily. But she was wearing a collar when we first met her. But it's just, your heart just breaks because she was shaking like she was terrified. And she has never had any reason to be terrified here. She's never gotten yelled at. We're always extremely gentle with her. She has major trust issues. But I don't know what went on with both of them. If they're realizing that this is their new home, and they're fighting for dominance. Whereas Lady, she was definitely the alpha dog. I'm doing all 4 corners of that with my ticket corner. And I'm just going to do a few. Boy, these are cute. I knew these would come out cute with that pattern. So I don't know when we'll be able to leash train her and be able to take her for a walk and take her like to the vet and things like that, like a normal dog. I just have no idea. So anyway, for a couple days after the time change, they almost got into a knockdown, drag-out fight, and we had to separate them. So I don't know what it was. Lady, because she can't see, she's like a little chihuahua, barking all the time because that's just a protective. Don't step on me, don't run me over, don't come in my space because I can't see you. And I'm doing the ticket tag corner on the charms. And I'm just going to do a couple of those. These are kind of cute too. They're all different because that's a tip. Even if you choose a pattern, choose one that's not totally symmetrical, but rather random. And then they will come out okay. You know, see, those are all different. So, you know, in the previous videos, I kind of gave a few little tips on what kind of paper you might prefer, like so that the flip over part is different, but on this one I didn't particularly care. It would be better if it was a little more different on the luggage tag, but I only had so much of this paper. So that's why that happened. So I'm going to take one of each here. Well, I got to make my holes. And I'm just going to do this by eye today. And actually I put a reinforcer on my luggage tag. One, two. I got that out of order. I'm so busy and so just overwhelmed. I think I like that little blue one with the flowers. So that's the one I'm going to use. Then I'll come up with a quick photo using this set. Ticket charm. So I have the blue flower. I think I'll go with something a little plain, just to make them different. Okay. Another little set. Let me get a string here. And I think I'm going to go at about 10 inches. Just gonna, I think I need my handy dandy needle here to get through that tiny hole. Okay, I hope all this made sense, especially the luggage tag. I think originally I wanted people to be able to do that with a digital, maybe. I can't remember the reason why I cut that at 8 inches. And maybe I looked up the standard size for a luggage tag. So there we go. Our little tag set, 5 tag set. And again, remember, I don't have one here, but you don't have to cut these like a corner. You can just make journal cards with the right type of paper that you could write on the back. Or you can just make a little card. Decorate the front. And there you have it. But I know these measurements are going to save my life, so I can get rid of these stacks, 180 stacks, and whether I'll ever buy any more, I don't know, because it's been, I mean, they're pretty and all that. I just haven't seemed to be able to find much use for them. And that's a total waste. So I'm going to finish these up off camera, and I'll just add them to the photo. So remember, from a 12 by 12, you're going to get 150 plus pieces of ephemera. And in reality, even use the branding strip. And again, from the luggage tag, the 4-inch cutoff, you can do the luggage tags and the ticket tags with 1 12 by 12 because you'll have a 4-inch cutoff. So you can make your own sets because you're not going to get the same number of pieces from every 12 by 12. It's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I think that's it. And I'll fix this PDF to be more coherent. And I'll see you next time, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye.